Hello and welcome to Freelancing 101 Professional Best Practices on Upwork. My name is Neal Strauss, and I'm going to be taking you on today's Upwork webinar journey. Before we get started, I'd love to take an opportunity to introduce myself. As I said, my name is Neal Strauss. I am one of the Upwork ambassadors to the United States. I am based in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and I've been freelancing through Upwork and a top rated social media strategy freelancer at that for the last few years. And on top of all that, I'm always on the continual search for the best and the greatest bagel. Now, before we get started, I do want to mention that today's webinar, we're going to talk a lot about tips, tricks, suggestions, and ideas for how you can grow and improve or change around your freelance business. But within all of that, it is still your freelance business. You're in charge, you're the boss, you're the owner. So I do want to make sure that you know to take these ideas as suggestions and to make the right decisions for your own freelance business. Now, with that, let's get started. So the goal is to build a profitable and rewarding business on Upwork and to keep your business running smoothly. And to do that, we're going to look at five powerful tips, from top-rated talent. Now, the first tip is to set yourself up as a business. Um, when you're ready to start your independent business, you should first address some of the legal and administrative requirements. Independent professionals are self-employed and run their own businesses, Here are some ideas for how you can set your business up properly and increase your credibility. First, you may want to register a business name. To do that, you'll want to check with your local accountant regarding potentially registering your business, especially in order to declare your taxes locally. In most countries, you may need to obtain a certain work permit or license before you can start practicing your work. So start checking with local authorities, obtain a trade license, a tax certificate, a VAT certificate, or any other work licenses. This is especially applicable to lawyers, accountants, and doctors and the like. You may also want to set up a separate business bank account to keep expenses and those payments a little separate from your personal payments and expenses. Now, after you've got all that set up, we're going to want to focus on your Upwork profile, and that's to perfect it. To do that, you're going to want to establish trust and confidence by completing each and every section. Definitely update your profile regularly, especially after you complete projects or after you learn new skills or get more comfortable or get to a different level of expertise of certain skills to make sure that your profile reflects that. Use a catchy and descriptive title to pitch your prospective clients and craft a professional yet very personable overview. And then you're also going to want to use a professional profile picture. I definitely recommend for the last three for the catchy and descriptive title and for the personal overview and the professional profile picture to update those especially regularly. Make sure that they're still reflective of your current services and the way you currently want to present yourself. You may want to stand out from the crowd with an introduction video and then showcase your best work with a portfolio section. Even if you're not in design, a portfolio section can be very helpful to show your clients the type of work they can expect from you. You'll also want to go into listing your education, your employment history, and any other certificates that you have. Make sure your availability is up to date, and you want to keep a really good or perfect responsiveness score. And then the last two tips I'll give you for perfecting your Upwork profile are to update your profile visibility and then evaluate your hourly rate based on your experience. Maybe it's time for a raise, maybe it's time to up that price a bit or to change it around to figure out what works best for you. So how do you multiply your chances of getting responses from clients. Clients post a job on Upwork to work with you inside of Upwork and don't anticipate or welcome any outside communications. A couple of things that you should keep in mind. Don't assume that the client has read your profile. Even if they have, they're probably considering several other independent professionals and might be feeling overwhelmed. Provide all relevant information while remaining clear and concise. Tailor every proposal to the needs of each job and client. Explain to potential clients why your unique skills make you a good match for the specific project. Let them know that you've read their details and offer relevant feedback. The extra time will definitely be worth it. Don't spam prospective clients or send the same cover letter repeatedly, or excessively message anyone. Think about responding to screening questions first. This is the first thing clients see, not the cover letter. And it's something they took extra effort to ask for. Make sure these count. Describe relevant experience to this job. Don't just list your general credentials, but curate a few super relevant details so they can see how you are truly the best fit for the job. Leverage your portfolio section to strengthen your credibility. You can provide work samples, testimonials, and results, as well as tie examples directly to your Upwork contracts. We see a lot of independent professionals who include the same links all the time, or they send a specific link, but they don't explain why it's relevant and how it's related to the client's project and what it is they want the client to take away from viewing that specific example. Make sure to provide some guidance if you are sharing links to your portfolio. Outline your approach initial plan for the project. When you show that you know how to map out a plan, clients feel they're in the capable hands of a professional and know they can trust you to get the results you need. And your proposal with a specific, I highly recommend doing this, leaving things open to further discussion, but not leaving them ambiguous. Propose a meeting time or ask them a specific question that they can answer so they know exactly what the next step is. Finally, I'll say this a few times, but this is very, very important. Reread, edit, and consider. Proofread everything and always consider if you can get your point across with fewer words. Clients appreciate the care and professionalism, and it shows that you not only value your work, but you also value their time. Again, I'm going to say that one more time is proofread everything. We all make edits, we all make mistakes, and sometimes we leave an extra period in there. Sometimes we misspell things. Um, Proofreading and taking that few extra minutes just to proofread your cover letter or your proposal before you send it will really help make all the difference. Let's talk about building excellent relationships with your clients. Set expectations about how you'll provide updates, when you'll provide the updates, and then be sure to deliver upon those expectations. If you can't deliver, then update the client at the time to let them know. Account for and adapt to different time zones. I definitely recommend this when you consider telling a client you'll have something for them by the end of the day. Is at the end of the day in your time zone or their time zone? Communicate your availability and practice transparency. I always recommend this is be proactive and be clear, precise, and thorough in your communication. Clients will definitely respond and respect it. Respond to client communications promptly and set expectations for the client at the beginning of the project and then follow up throughout it. And then make use of post completion follow up. This is something that took me a while to learn how to do myself. And it's something I see a lot of freelancers not realize the potential of. But following up after a project is completed, to check in to see if there's any way you can do better, to make sure that they know to leave you a review at the end of the project, and to see if they maybe need some more work from you. Remember to establish a routine after each completed job. Ask the client to close the contract and provide honest feedback, but never pressure them to provide that feedback. I always like to send a thank you message to my clients and let them know if I'm available for more work. It's also important to request approval from them to display the finished project in your portfolio. Link the portfolio item directly to the contract itself. This verifies your work and helps build trust with future clients. Maybe consider giving yourself a raise or adjusting your hourly rate to account for your new skills and the new profile portfolio items that you've added to your profile. And then also add any new skills you've acquired to your profile. And lastly, move on to the next job. Here are some more tips and best practices to keep in mind. Do great work. When you accept a project, you promise to complete the work and to deliver high quality work. Misrepresenting your skills or failing to perform work as promised can result in a low job success score and disputes with the client. Treat everyone with respect and professional courtesy in all communications. Think about how you want your ideal client to communicate with you and reverberate that back to them. Be responsive. Respond quickly to messages from clients and the Upwork support team, including the disputes team. If the Upwork support team or the disputes team is reaching out to you, it's because they want to talk to you. So make sure to answer those messages promptly. Be honest. Accurately describe your experience, your skills, and your qualifications, and also the services you offer. And lastly, put your best foot forward. Use a professional portrait and your real name for your Upwork profile, and make sure your profile is free of grammatical and spelling errors. Again, I mentioned proofreading before, but it really does make all the difference that your profile is of those grammatical and spelling errors. Now, I do want to take a few minutes to talk about how to stay safe on Upwork. The first part of that is securing your account and establishing two-step verification. Uh, to learn more about this, you can definitely go to Upwork support pages and to Upwork help pages to see how to set that up if you don't know how. Make sure to use your own account and your own identity. Definitely do not share accounts and don't fake your identity. Be yourself. This protects your reputation and you are contributing to a transparent community. Freelancers cannot share their account with another freelancer or let another freelancer log in, or else they may be suspended. Freelancers can never log into one of their clients' accounts on the client's behalf. They will be suspended for violating these provisions. So keep this in mind if a client ever asks you and make sure they understand the rules as well. Instead, your client can decide to assign you admin privileges to your freelance profile. As another way to keep the Upwork community safe, secure, and fraud free, Upwork will periodically ask users to go through identity checks. Independent professionals can earn these identity verified badges, which are displayed on their Upwork profiles. To earn a badge, if you're eligible, you'll have to successfully pass two stages of verifications. The first is to provide a valid government issued ID and to complete a video verification call. If you're eligible, you'll be notified when you log in to complete the verification process by uploading that government issued ID and meeting with one of the Upwork team members for a short video call. After they've confirmed your identity, the new badge will be displayed on your profile. The other thing to keep in mind is using one Upwork account. This allows you to build a strong reputation by consolidating all of your activity. You can, through your one Upwork account, have a freelancer profile, an agency profile, and a client profile as well if you are looking to hire other talent. This is really important. Only accept payments through Upwork. If you're looking to learn more about the conversion fee, you can look at the user agreement, um, which will give you some insight into how you convert your project. The fee can either be paid by the client or you as the freelancer. The fee is roughly 12% of the estimated annual earnings based on the hourly rate. And the estimated annual earnings is calculated by taking the highest of the independent professionals' earned hourly rate or proposed hourly rate or profile hourly rate and multiplying that by roughly 2,000 hours or 2,080 hours. If you're interested in the conversion option, you can contact conversion fee at upwork.com. Taking the relationship off the platform through payment of the conversion fee must be agreed to both the freelancer and the client. If the client requests, it's your option whether or not to accept this as well. Make sure to protect yourself and qualify for payment protection. To help ensure you qualify for Upwork's hourly protection, make sure the client has a verified billing method, that you bill hours with the Upwork desktop app, and you ensure documented work relates directly to the contract. Stay within the contract's weekly limit of hours, and then check all the requirements on Upwork support pages. For fixed price contracts, all escrowed funds are covered by fixed price protection. And there are a few best practices that I list here on this slide, which are only begin work funded in escrow, and a client needs to have a verified payment method. If for any reason your contract is paused, you can definitely reach out to Upwork support to learn why. And one of the reasons could be because they're trying to protect your payments as well. Definitely keep your communications on Upwork. Upwork requires that communication takes place via Upwork before the contract starts. Additionally, you cannot request or share your contact information, whether that be email, phone, Skype, or anything else, before a contract starts. This includes your listing any of that contact information in your profile, your proposals, or in Upwork messages. It is important to note, though, that business and enterprise clients are exempt from these rules. If you're looking to learn more, you could definitely check out the Upwork support article on this. It's also worthwhile to keep in mind what types of jobs are not allowed on Upwork. You should be honest, though it is against the terms of service to self-hire or hire yourself. Have a friend or family hire you or pay for feedback. It's also important to keep in mind that academic submissions, adult content, paid reviews, and unpaid jobs are not allowed on Upwork. If for any reason you stumble upon these or something doesn't feel right, definitely reach out to Upwork support and have them flag the job posting so other people don't have to see this as well. Like I said, you could report these violations or inappropriate behavior or any other issues to customer support. You can flag as inappropriate on the job listings. Or directly in the message center, you can click the gear icon next to the timestamp. Please help us keep the marketplace safe and report things that are suspicious, don't feel right, or are definitely against the terms of service. Here are a few things to be on the lookout for. Clients wanting to interview you off the platform is not a violation, but it can be an indicator of a scam client. If a client wants to interview off the platform, let them know or remind them about Upwork's terms of service, and then maybe suggest to them that instead you meet via one of Upwork's Zoom rooms or an Upwork video call. It can be a violation if you have to share contact info in order to connect, which is why Upwork has that Zoom room integration. Definitely know and follow Upwork's terms of service. So before you really start getting started and jumping in to working, give the terms of service a read through. The terms of service set forth the rules that all users agree to follow to help keep the marketplace fair, safe, and professional. We take our rules seriously. Our enforcement focuses on allowing our users to learn and engage properly. So sometimes we issue warnings, but sometimes we have to take more serious actions, including pausing accounts or contracts up to closing and permanently suspending accounts. Complying with the terms of service can help you ensure that your work does not get interrupted and that you can continue to be part of this great community. It's easier to comply if you know what those terms of services say. So again, I definitely recommend giving them a read through, and you can do that at upwork.com/legal. Now, with that, I know that was a ton of information, but I do want to thank you very much for joining me today. And I wish you the best of luck on your Upwork journey. Look forward to seeing you around the Upwork community. Bye bye.